Coach Craig, coming to you this week from Heiny Miney Ball Field here in Lemay, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis, South County, right on the edge of the city, just barely inside the county. It is one of the oldest active ball fields in the St. Louis metropolitan area. I believe it may be one of the oldest ones in the state, but I was really struggling today to find information about the field. I could find information about who it was named after, but not so much about the field. Oh, by the way, I try to wear a different hat every week if I can. Hat tip on this, or actually, literal hat tip to Coach Joe Coleman. Joe Coleman was our Tiger Elite coach the year that we had this hat. It was one of my favorite uniforms we ever had. It's also one of my favorite hats. I still keep it around. It's pretty beat up, but I like it. So that is a Tiger Elite hat from our Tiger Elite softball program here in Lemay. Again, I will put a link below to a little bit of history about Heiny Miney, which is who the field is named after. I get that question a lot from people because they can't figure out where the name came from. So he was a pretty solid right-handed pitcher for the St. Louis Browns, and I think a few other teams as well. I read through the Wikipedia that I'm going to post a link to, but I read through it very quickly. I know he had a really cool comeback when he was like 31, where he was one of the top pitchers in baseball at 31 years old, which is pretty impressive. So, pretty cool guy. I would definitely read about him. Take the time to read the link. It's an interesting read. So on to what we're doing. Oh, by the way, this is also Heiny Miney is also the home of the Hancock Place Tigers baseball softball program. Lemay Legion ball plays here. A few other teams play here too. I know I'm forgetting somebody, but I just wanted to throw that in there as well. So what I want to talk about this week is less about a coach issue and more about maybe a parent issue, I guess. Some of it's an expression that I hate. It's a pejorative, and it's a terrible thing to say, and I wish people would stop doing it when they talk about daddy ball or dad coach. People say dad coach. They really mean that in a bad way, and that's truly unfortunate. I don't know if all of you really realize the time and effort that goes into coaching a ball team, even a little league ball team. That guy, he's working 40 hours a week just like you are, plus he's putting in another 20 or 30 hours a week at least on the team, and I can't even tell you how much money those guys put out of their own pocket for that team, for all of our kids to be better ball players. I mean, even if he knows nothing about the game, he volunteered his time, he picked up the bag, and he took on the responsibility. So give that guy every possible kudo you can. I don't mean patting him on the back. He's not doing it for that, but just, get off his back. Give him a little room. If you think he's doing something wrong or you don't like it, jump in there and help. I promise you, he's going to be okay with that. All the help you can get, especially with younger players, when you're dealing with those 7 to 14-year-olds. I mean, that's like herding cats, So any help you can get is a huge bonus. If you ever want to know how much time a quote-unquote dad coach puts in, or how much money he puts in out of his own pocket, ask his spouse or her spouse. Ask the spouse how much time and effort goes into that team. I promise you, he or she will know almost to the letter of time and money. It's a true labor of love, and really, honestly, just give that guy every possible appreciative thing that you can. Jump in there, volunteer, even if you don't know what you're doing. Just keeping them in line and keeping them paying attention will help out really just in a big way. So that was a lot of it for this week. And then I will never actually forget that it was years ago when my oldest son was maybe 8 or 9 years old. I was coaching a team, and back then you had the big duffel bag with the gloves and bats in it and catcher's gear. It was a big, huge, army duffel bag you stood over your shoulder, which, by the way, nobody ever volunteered to help you carry out to the car. And I had a parent who was just railing on me all the way out to the car. We were down at Afton Ball Field. Shout out to Afton Ball Fields, too, while I'm here. Also a pretty old set of ball fields that we all play on here in St. Louis area. We're walking out to the back parking lot, and he is just screaming that I apparently am just stupid and have no idea what I'm doing. So I turned around and I just threw the bag at his feet, and I said, "I'll see you at practice on Thursday." And he goes, oh, wait, I can't coach this team. I said, why not? He goes, well, I don't have the time. I said, neither do I. I said, I'll see you Thursday. He goes, no, hey, look, man, I can't do it. I said, well, then I don't want to hear about it anymore. You know, either you pick up the bag and do the job, or help me do the job. But either way, don't stand and complain when you're not going to, you know, help row the boat, right? So that's just, like I said, and by the way, even at a high school level, I promise you, yes, those guys are getting paid, but it is not, they are not doing it for the money. The money you make to coach high school ball is definitely not worth the amount of time, hours you take away from your family, away from your job. It's a separate job. They get paid separately to do that. It's not part of their teaching routine. I volunteer to coach high school ball. So just remember that they're there because they want to pass on the knowledge that they have. They want to try to make your kid not just a better ball player, but a better person. That's why I do it. Yeah, I want to make better ball players, but I want to know that I made better people. That I just developed good, decent human beings. That's why I do it. So get off your coach's back, help him out every chance you get. Volunteer, offer, ask him what he needs. Jump in there. Right? Give him everything he needs to make your kid a better person and a better ball player. So that's all for this week. Again, check out that link on Henry Heine-Miney. Really cool link, really cool guy, good ball player. Actually owned a speakeasy too, which is pretty cool. They talk about that in the Wikipedia, so look that up, check him out. And remember, until next week, and if you don't like it, play better.